What's up, YouTube? I'm gonna be doing a new series on this channel where I'm gonna be reacting to football highlights and analysis, stuff like that, giving my opinion on how I feel about it. Um, so right now, since the season don't start till August, I'm gonna just be doing like the trade rumors, contracts, just give my input on how I feel about it. Um, I also want to look into high school players. And so I'm gonna need y'all to leave in the comments different high school players you would like me to check out and everything. Trying to get more into college football, high school football, and then even the NFL. So please leave in the comments below if there's any videos you want me to watch, or you can send it to my Instagram. So this video, I'm a Panthers fan, so this one is about Baker Mayfield. I just want to see what they got talking about. My opinion, I don't really. He's better than Sam Darnold, so that's all that really matters, honestly.
What's your biggest takeaway from Baker's comment?
He seems happy to be out of Cleveland. Him giving back $3.5 million tells you that he was ready to turn the page in Cleveland. It didn't end very well. I don't know how did it turn so fast, so quickly, Skip. But Baker was ready to move on. The Cleveland Browns let you know they were willing to move on because they invested more money on a quarterback than anybody in NFL history. As a matter of fact, more than any player in NFL history. They guaranteed the entire contract. That's never been done before.
I just want to say I am happy for Deshaun Watson because when he first came in the league, he was one of my favorite quarterbacks. And then the whole allegations and everything went down. I'm happy for him for the deal. The only thing is I don't think he's going to play this year. He might not play the year after that either. They might suspend him for a couple years, but I am happy for him being able to flip it around and go to Cleveland.
And they did it to the tune of $80 million more, more money than what Aaron Rodgers had gotten guaranteed. The 150, they said, we'll do better than that. We'll do the 230. So Cleveland was ready to move on. Baker was ready to move on. And Skip, and I heard him, and he said all the right things. You know, I've learned, you know, some of the things that I've learned from and blah, blah, blah. But the proof is going to be in the pudding. And guess what, Skip? We'll get an opportunity to see very, very early on. You know how soon we'll see? Because if Baker Mayfield is starting opening day, guess who they play? Now, we saw what happened when they played Cincinnati. When Hugh Jackson was relieved of his duty, he went on the staff of the Cincinnati.
I don't think Baker Mayfield's going to start. I'm only saying this because I've been watching the Panthers for, I've been looking at our situation closely since Matt Rule came. And Matt Rule seemed like he is in favor of Sam Darnold a lot. I don't think Baker's going to start. I saw something on Instagram and it said that they was having a QB battle, Sam Darnold and Baker. And honestly, Baker should win that, but knowing Matt Rule, he's still going to start Sam Darnold and then bring Baker in later. But I don't know. I hope he starts.
Bengals. What did Baker do?
I'm going to try not to pause.
So we're going to see how the maturity factor, we're going to see, because it keeps coming out now, and I don't know how true it is, Skip. Maybe they trying to dirty the salty the man up or muddy the man up after he's gone. But it seems to me they keep saying he was childish, he was immature, he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. I don't know if that's to be true, but all I'm saying is this, is that we're going to see through some of his actions how much he's grown, how much he's learned from the situation in Cleveland. And hopefully he's learned a lot.
I'm scared to get Baker,
hopefully
though,
the shoulder's healed. He's progressing right on time. For me,
what he did to Odell,
I think one
crazy.
thing that does show, I don't know me Baker. I wouldn't give him no money. I'd told him to kiss my butt. I'd have kept rehabbing, getting ready, and when they'd ultimately release me, I'd have been ready to go sign somewhere and show that I'm ready to play. I would have given him none of that money back because I'm under no obligation. That's you guys. You signed the contract. We're going to talk about this a little later about signing a contract and what it means. Especially, this is the only time that you can get guaranteed money in the NFL. So if I'm Baker, I wouldn't have given him any of it back. But he did because he was willing to move on. Cleveland graciously accepted him giving some of the money back because they was ready to move on. I'm anxious to see, Skip, how much he's grown, how much he's matured from this situation. This is a new opportunity for him. Let's see if he's learned a lesson.
By the way, I just can't. This is sticking in my throat. I had a whole lot I was about to say, but you continue to shame my man Baker Mayfield
No.
Because he got replaced by a top 3 quarterback. At least the last time I saw Deshaun Watson, he was a top 3 quarterback.
Yeah.
That would mean that there would be 29 other quarterbacks who should be replaced by Deshaun Watson. And you're throwing Baker Mayfield in as if it's the ultimate humiliation and embarrassment.
No.
Well, it's not.
No.
Who wouldn't do that?
But let me tell you, but here's the thing. It just happened to be Deshaun. They were on the market looking for a quarterback. They should have never been on the market looking for a quarterback.
I don't think they were on the market.
Yeah, they absolutely were.
He came on the market, and you were the first to tell me this is unprecedented.
Yes.
A 25-year-old quarterback of this caliber, of the highest echelon.
They had said, Skip just said that Deshaun Watson was a top 3 before. Is that true? Before his allegations, was he top 3? I don't know. That might be a reach, Skip. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe top 10. Top 3 is crazy. Because it's like, I don't know. I'm going to have to look into it.
Is suddenly weirdly available.
I believe if they could have got an opportunity to sign Matt Ryan, they would have taken Matt Ryan over Baker Mayfield. Do you still believe that's a viable option?
Don't.
I do.
I do not. We'll see how that
Matt
works
Ryan over Baker?
Okay.
No.
Now, my biggest picture takeaway from yesterday, having watched what I watched and having seen what I saw from Baker Mayfield, I concur he was on his best behavior. It's because Baker Mayfield is back in business, doing what Baker does. He is now the underdog quarterback for the ultimate underdog team. And this is the role he embraces. This is the team that is ranked 32nd in the last ESPN.com power ranking. Okay. 32nd and last are the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
To your point, I echo, Baker chose to go to the 32nd ranked team. Mm-hmm. He chose it because this is the path that he knows. This is the path that he used to walk. He's not the ultimate powerhouse quarterback. He's not a Deshaun Watson. He needs to come from behind. He needs to sneak up on you.
Yeah, but Skip, let's not pretend now. He had a whole lot of options. He's eating potted meat because that's his option. Kobe is not on the menu. Lamb chops and lobster tails aren't on the menu. That's what's on the menu. Carolina was his option. You make it seem like he had options.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You just said he had options. You just said the ultimate play was to just sit back and make them sweat until they finally folded.
Yeah, but
because we were getting close. We're getting close enough to train camp.
2 weeks.
Okay, they're going to fold because they don't want him back because it's just such an awkward situation. I made the case that if they could swallow their pride in Cleveland, that they would play Baker Mayfield. Again, we don't have an outcome yet on Deshaun's availability next year. I don't know what it's going to be. Is it going to be gone for 8 games, gone for 6 games, or gone for 17 games? I don't know. But it's possible it's going to be gone for 17. We'll see soon enough. But if he's gone...
It Skip's saying that he should have waited and it would ended up forcing the team to trade him somewhere better. But that's a huge risk for football. It's either that or he was just going to be riding the bench. I don't know. I think Baker was going to start regardless because, like I said, I think Deshaun Watson going to get suspended for a couple of seasons. Like, Baker could have stayed and he probably would have still played, honestly.
For 17, then what better option could you have than a Baker Mayfield who just 2 years ago won your first playoff game in 26 years?
Well, they saw 4 years of body, so they don't need to see another 17 games.
Okay.
They saw 4 years of work, and they weren't pleased.
I'm just telling you, or maybe I should ask you, would you rather have Baker Mayfield or Jacoby Brissett for 17 games next year if you're Cleveland? Because I think that answer is painfully clear. It's clearly Baker Mayfield. But there was bad blood. There was too much water under that bridge. The bridge had burned to the ground. Yeah. And all of a sudden, they're saying, we have to get out from under. Well, if you have to, then the Baker play, to your point, was just make them sweat and fold. Mm-hmm. Because if they fold, they're going to have to eat the whole contract. Yep. And if they have to eat the whole contract, that makes you free to go sign wherever you want to go.
Yes.
And I'm convinced, Mike Florio reported, that any number of teams, up to 11 different teams would have been interested, or at least should have been interested, in Baker Mayfield if he hit the complete free agent market, where you didn't have to compensate Cleveland at all for him or pay one penny of his salary.
Right.
So all of a sudden, this thing's on hair trigger. It's coming to the 11th hour, and Baker says, you know what?
This man Skip
I'm
just
going
be
to eat $3.5 million of my salary because I want to go to Carolina. I want to. He can earn it back through incentives because he's incentive driven. His whole life has been one big incentive play because he had to walk on at Texas Tech. And then he fell apart with Cliff Kingsbury, and he had to walk on at the University of Oklahoma. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? He effectively just walked on at Carolina. That's what he's doing. He's going to be a walk-on quarterback, walking in as probably on the depth chart. I don't even know if there is one out there yet. But
what are you talking about
I'm pretty sure Sam Darnold is at least penciled in as the opening day starter.
Yeah.
They're saying it's a 50-50 battle on the field.
Right.
But I just think that because they are having to pay Sam Darnold, they chose to pay Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold's
$19 million this coming year because they gave a second-round pick for Sam Darnold, along with a fourth-round pick, along with the sixth-round pick for Sam Darnold. Their pride is tied up in Sam Darnold. Well, he's 2 years younger than Baker. He's 25 to 27. He's a great young man by all accounts. Baker can be a little prickly. Baker can be a little jerky every once in a while. He can be a little smug and condescending. It's part of the Baker package. It's why I like him. I don't want to be friends with him. I just like the way I like his spunk and his spirit on the football field when he gets a team behind him where they're all in it together, like we're going to show you. He's the ultimate I'm going to show you guy.
Okay.
He needs the biggest chip on his shoulder pads, and he finally got one back. He doesn't need to be the first pick in the draft. That's not the role that he plays best, even though his rookie year, did he not live up to being first pick in the draft? All he did was set the rookie record for touchdown passes. So I think he backed it up and validated it, and then here we went. But the point is, now he's starting over in the role that he savors. And what I love the most about what he did when he walked in the door was
why is he
paid
going?
the new they just signed Hecker as their punter, who had just acquired the number 6 from P.J. Walker, who's now about the third string quarterback. He was the backup last year.
I think it was Matt Rule in Temple.
He was.
That's where he.
Man, I'm sure Matt Rule, in his heart of hearts, would love to go with P.J. as his starting quarterback because he won with him at Temple and got him the job at Baylor. So P.J. wore 6 last year, number 6. And Hecker, the new punter, bought 6 from P.J., and then Baker walks in the door and bought it from Hecker. And yet, what I did not know that Baker volunteered in his media session, his Zoom session that he did, was that 6 is not his favorite number. It's just the number he got handed when he walked on at Texas Tech. So he values it as for sentimental purposes because that was the number they stuck him with, right?
Yes.
That reminds
I don't know any other. You know any other 6s?
No, I don't like 6. I don't like anything about 6 or 6.
Oh, wait, Doc, I'm talking about football, but Doc, obviously Bill Russell and Dr. J.
Okay, I got you, but it's not
LeBron now.
It's not a popular quarterback number.
No.
And to your point, off the top of my head, I'm not a big numbers guy, but I can't remember one. It doesn't just pop up in my brain.
Right.
All of a sudden, Baker's saying, give me 6 because that's what I got stuck with and that's what I started with. And that's what motivates me the best is to wear 6. Okay, so here we go. He's right back in the underdog role for the most underdog team. So I loved everything he said. To your point, he was on his best behavior. Now, will he back it up on the football field with best behavior?
I'm sorry. This man Skip is talking about a whole bunch of nothing right now. So, I've heard pretty much what I want to hear. And I'm not going to go all this time with Skip just chatting. So, here's what I want to say. Like I said, I'm a Panthers fan. I feel like this season, they're going to start Sam Darnold because we already paying him. We gave up stuff for him. Like, they're going to play him to start off. Baker Mayfield will be playing this season, though. He's going to take over eventually. Once Baker Mayfield start playing, Sam Darnold might have a good start again, which would be good. But once Baker start playing, our team will be playoff contenders. I'm saying this because our defense is very young but very good. We have a wonderful secondary. Plus, we got Brian Burns on the line. And then our receivers. I mean, we have good receivers. We just always needed a quarterback. So I feel like Baker Mayfield would be that push we needed to become playoff contenders again. So yeah. But thanks for watching the video. I also stream every night on Twitch. My Twitch is in the will be in the bio. Y'all can check me out. Leave comments on what I should react to next. I want to anything football related. I want to react to like football, college players, high school players coming up, and when the season starts, I'll be doing highlights, game highlights every day. So thank you.